welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. Today we have an extra special, and it is special edition, keyboard sent over by Redragon. This is the K686. This is going to be a beautiful keyboard. This is probably their best keyboard they've ever sent over to me that I've ever seen or used personally. It's fantastic. It's going to have a great sound. It's got a great size, form factor. Everything has everything going for it. It's going to be fantastic. Not to overshoot anything before we get into it, so hang out, sit back, relax. Let's go ahead and check out what all this keyboard can do. All right, and here we are, the Esia K686. This is an anime-inspired theme. This is the Pro Edition. This is the special edition as well, on top of it being Pro. It says extra special things, extra special switches, and it is absolutely fantastic. We do have the keyboard, the nano receiver, which is the USB, the manual, the Type-C, and here's all the weight and dimensions, which we'll check on that weight, and they're pretty spot on for that. And here's the look and design of the keyboard. It is very much so anime-themed. And honestly, it looks great. Let's go ahead and dive into it. Now, if you're definitely not too much on the waifu theme that it is, you guys can check out on their website. They do have just a regular Pro model that is a little bit cheaper, but it doesn't have some of all of the features, but it has most everything that this one does. Now, let's go ahead and check it out. It's got a great hardcover to go with it. It's got Redragon branding. They come with some extra switches. These are those hi-fi switches that we will look at here later. Comes with that side curved USB-C cable. Looks great. It's not braided, but definitely great. Let's go ahead and take it out of the foam, which it has foam on the bottom holding everything. You have the last piece in there. That's your keycap puller and switch puller. And then this hard case actually clips on. It actually clips onto it, and so I actually have to pry this up a little bit to get this off. And then it's inside its own little plastic wrapping. They take really good care of this keyboard and really putting a lot of work into this. So let's go ahead and carefully slide this out. And of course we have the one, the only. You know what they are under here. The Redragon manual and those stickers that you can always expect with your Redragon products. Now, the manual, it is a roadmap. You do have to fold it out, but it's not as bad. We've seen some in the past that you have to fold out just like this, and then you have to double unfold them to go up, and it's terrible. But this has good design, good aesthetic to it. It's very short, concise. It has everything on here as far as what your modes are, the switches do, where your receiver's at, how to pair it, all the F functions and how to use them. It even continues onto the back for the F functions for Mac. And then your volume knob as well, plus the recharging battery safety and all the other regulatory things you have to have on your product. Folds back up really nicely. It's nothing too crazy. I'm not too upset with it, but again, could be a booklet. Now let's go ahead and check out the keycap puller. This is a 2-in-1. It's not too bad. It's just your standard puller. Now the cable itself, we'll go back to it. It does have that side curved USB-C with a Type-A on the end to plug into your computer. And like I said, it's not braided, it's not anything crazy, but it is a fairly nice cable in itself. And then we have the switches here. These are those hi-fi switches I was talking about. They got a decent sound to them. They're even nice and soft as far as using them here. Really easy to push down. And we'll look even at a closer look at those here in just a bit. And yeah, when we have those, it's looking nice. It's looking solid. It has a great sound, which we'll do the sound test here in just a bit. But this is really, really high quality prints across this. You have the whole design that you saw on the front. You have some sides for here. And then you also have, if we flip it over, there'll be another full design here on the back. Now, I hate that this is on the back. You don't get to see it very often, but look at that and all the anime glory. We have some fan service down there, if you can check underneath my hand. But the USB-C is here on the side, which is why you have the curved piece. plus the off 2.4 Bluetooth, and then there's Windows and Mac. And then here on the other side, you have that little USB dongle right there on the side, which I love that it has its own little spot, so you don't lose it. And it doesn't fall out. You can shake it, you can move it, it stays relatively flush. Let's go ahead and move over to the sound test, and let's see what all the hubbub's about with the sound of this keyboard. All right, now we're going to go ahead and slide into the sound test. This is the how loud is it when you tap the keys? How loud and obnoxious are you going to be? And it looks like we're staying in most of these keys within the 50 to 55 decibel range. Now my room typically stays around a 33 to 35, so it's not too bad across the board for the sound. It's actually quite mild, and you'll probably notice certain keys like the knob will be extra loud because of what it is. But overall, it's solid. Next, we have the weight. They said it was 926 on the box, and here we have 920. Now, granted, I also don't have the USB dongle in this when I'm doing it. It does have some hi-fi switches from OUT, EMU, Altimu switches, 96%/98 key wireless keyboard. It does have gaskets built into some of the bigger keys. 3 layers of sound-absorbing pads, 3,000 milliamp battery. It's USB, Bluetooth, and wireless with that USB. And die-sub PBT keycaps. All right, let's check out the software here. We have import, export, delete, copy, and make a new. I'm going to go ahead and make a new one here. And, I guess we'll name it what we should. Let's go ahead and see. You can remap every single key. You can select which ones you want. You can have them do different things. Function 1, function 2, and tap. Here's where all your things are that you can select and make anything you want. It's one of the things I love about these Redragon keyboards is you can fully customize anything across everything. You can even make it do mouse clicks. Mouse wheel. You can make the wheel at the top rotate between stuff. And you have your media. Play, pause, home, calculator, mute, stop, email, my computer, forwards, backwards, favorites, screen, brightness, and volume up and down. Then you have the macros here, which if you don't have some, you can make them, which we'll check that out in that section a little bit later. You have the lock, run, zoom in, zoom out, show desktop, task manager, lock keyboard, lock windows, key, disable, save, and undo. Some really nice commands to have. And then we have key combinations if you want to do like Control Shift, Control F, whatever you want it to be. You can add those key combinations. And again, you can change some of these keys up here that you don't really use that much. And you can go ahead and switch it out. Now let's go ahead and check out some of the RGB function we have. So it starts on neon stream, or you could have it just fixed, make it look pretty. You have it where it just kind of pulses in and out of colors. It's fixed. Now, of course, you could change those colors if you would like, but we got the rainbow, which is kind of breathing effect where it changes it. And we have flash away, which is where you type, things happen, but it doesn't have a visualization here. We do have the raindrop, which is kind of glitchy in the software, but you get the idea. You can change the speed of it. Rainbow wheel, ripple shining, which is the ripple when you type, and it just kind of pulses out from where you're typing. Star twinkle, shadow disappear. Then you have the retro snake, which is just going to go back and forth across the keyboard. Neon stream, the one that starts with. React is only to the keys that you click and do. Then you have the synth wave. Then you have the rotating windmill, colorful, waterfall, blossoming, and self-defined. So you can choose which keys you want, what color they are, and you can go ahead and set those you want or have none, which that will increase your battery life dramatically. And so if you want to change the colors, you can just change it here, make it all red, turn it down even, make it all green. That'd be my preference here, but I think having some see-through keycaps, which do come on the other regular Pro model, but you can adjust the speed, you can adjust the brightness. All these things will change your battery life on it if it's not plugged in, depending on how fast or how bright it is. Then you have some other effects. This is with Rhythm of System Sound. So if you play some music, you'll have different ones that you saw and other ones, some that are new, that we didn't get to see. They do go against the system sound, react to your game or music or whatever you need to do. And then, of course, you have your macro panel here. This is where you can record your macros if you want. And then lastly, here at the top, you have your everything else. Your device info, if you want it to be on, tap sensitivity, sleep, debounce. It just all depends. All the different things that you want here. And you can tell which version number you are as far as software and firmware. If there's going to be any updates, you'll do it here on the software. All right, well, the keyboard's fantastic. Software looks good. Sounds great. It's very clackety-clackety. I mean, it has that just premium sound. Those 3 layers of sound dampening do a really great job. But overall, I think it's great. You guys should check out the link down in the description if you haven't already. You can pick it up for under $60 depending on what sale's going on right now. The retail is $75, which by all means for what this is still not bad. So definitely would give this a absolute double thumbs up from the Master on Tech. 100%. Take it away. Grab you one. This you don't want to sleep on. Will not dissatisfy you whatsoever with this keyboard. So guys, thank you so much for watching and seeing the in-depth process of this keyboard, how it sounds, the way it works, and everything across the board. Thank you so much to Redragon for sending this over. And if you guys have any questions or any issues with the keyboard, reach out to me, or you guys can reach out to Redragon directly if you have those questions as well. But I'm always here and happy to help. So you guys, thank you so much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure to see this keyboard and try it out. This is my daily driver now on my desk, right where I'm sitting now. So again, thank you Redragon for sending this over. It's been an absolute good time. You guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, do all the things you know to do. Go to amaster15.com, check everything out that I do. And until next video, guys, I will see you there.